What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. And this time, honey, I'm back to talk about LAURYN Hill's daughter, honey. The daughter she had with Rohan Marley, Selah Marley. Honey, she had a live where she was spilling all types of tea, honey. I really like the live, and I feel like she's a very beautiful, intelligent, and articulate young lady, and I'm glad that at the age of 21, she is so conscious of, the mistakes that her parents made, and she's very conscious of the environment that she grew up in, that it was toxic, and, she just feels a lot of different ways. You could definitely tell this is a young lady that, grew up feeling neglected, by her parents, especially her dad. She basically went on like this rant of saying that she feels like she stopped growing once her dad left home. And she says that men bring out a dark energy inside of her. I was like, oh shit, that's deep. She says that she feels like she needs them. She feels like she needs men, but she hurts them. But, she hates the fact that she needs them and she has no control over it. She says she knows that she has severe daddy issues. And this is just beautiful for her to be cognizant of, being 21. Because a lot of people, you guys, they don't really grow up and understand, where they come from until like in their 30s. It's sad. But for her to be, so aware, of everything that she's been through, where she's at with it now, it's amazing. She says she's tried to go to therapy, but they don't get straight to the fucking point. I was like, honey, I know, honey, I've been there, done that, honey, okay? I've been there, done that with the therapy. She feels therapy is life or death for her, and she needs an immediate solution. She also feels like she shouldn't have to take responsibility for her parents' actions and behaviors. And I definitely could relate to her, when it comes to that. I feel like parents are not parents anymore. Especially in the black community, there is so much toxic parenting, happening. A lot of people feel like they are a good parent because they buy their children Jordans and iPhones and all the latest trends and all the expensive trips of the world, and my child has had this. And yes, you can do nice things for your child, but the most important foundation that you can lay for your child is having a healthy relationship with them, letting them be their own person, not making too many decisions for them, especially as they get older and they may want to choose to do different things, with their life. They may not want to do the after school activities that you have picked out for them, so it's all about letting your child be an individual. And a lot of people, they don't know how to do that. They'll say stuff like, well, that's how my mama did it, which is a lazy ass excuse. Okay, it's just lazy, like, just because your mama did it and the lady before that did it a certain way, that don't mean that, you have to be that way. You can step outside that box and create new patterns of behavior for the generations to come. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. Like in my situation, it took a lot of courage to step away from my mother, because I can't put up with the toxicity. I can't. I'm not going to have nobody in my life acting all overly controlling and, well, you should date this person. You should work this job. You should do this. You should do that. And it's weird because growing up as a teenager, my mother let me pick the activities, I wanted to do. So there were points, she allowed me to be an individual. But I also noticed, like, once I became grown, well, you should do this. Well, you should only have one child. Well, you should, it's just like, lady, shut up. Let me live my life. Let me decide, what is best for me. The same way you did what was best for you. So, you have to be aware of that. And I don't feel like my mother in particular was aware of, how she came off to me. A lot of parents think that they're being protective, but no, your children grow up. They don't belong to you. They have their own minds. They're going to live their own lives. They may go into a different career choice than, what you have chosen. That doesn't mean they don't love and respect you, but you have to let them, be the best person that they could be, doing whatever makes them happy. A lot of parents, especially black parents, they don't apologize to their kids when they are wrong. They don't understand boundaries. They feel like, oh, well, it's my way or the highway. You could get the fuck on and, all of that type of rhetoric. So it's just like, you have to humble yourself and, apologize. I've apologized to my daughter when I felt like I was wrong, or maybe I, was screaming about something, maybe didn't have nothing to do with her, and maybe, she took it the wrong way or it scared her. I've apologized. Us as adults, we're not perfect. We get emotional. We go through things. You have your ups, you have your downs, you have confusing times, in your life. And it's all about being aware of it and just saying, you know what, I'm sorry I took that out on you. I'm sorry you saw that type of behavior out of me. I was coming from a place of fear. I really explained that to my child. And she's looking at me like, I remember one time, we were on our way to a sleepover. I was getting ready to drop her off. And you know how you are using the little Google Maps to figure out, where the person's house is. So they kept sending me all over the place. How it keeps rerouting you, and it was very confusing. And I was screaming. Y'all know me, honey. Y'all know, if you've been watching my show for any length of time, honey, Miss Robinson got a bit of a temper, honey. I can get frustrated quick, just upset. And I apologized to my daughter. I said, I'm sorry, I can't figure this out. We ended up finding the house, but she was like, Mom, it's just fine, you're okay. And with her responding like that, her not, because some kids may get upset too or start crying, but she was so calm and patient with me, you guys. And I was like, wow, look at the young lady that I am raising. I was just so proud of her. And just for being mature enough to, have my back and say, it's okay, Mom. She'll tell me all the time, you make mistakes, Mom. You're not perfect. I still love you. And that means everything to me when she says that. But it was sad seeing, Selah, feel this way. She was saying she feels lost, in life and, doing work. That's painful to do, because she just has so much on her mind all the time. She said growing up, she watched her parents argue, scream, and fight all the time. And I was like, wow, that's painful. And that's something that I knew that I definitely did not want for my child. That's why, I removed, her father, her real father, from her life. I'm not with all that ghetto ass shit. Y'all know I get on here, I curse, I, talk my shit, but I don't do the negative environments and some man yelling and acting a fool, can't keep his hands to himself. I don't do well with that. I'm not having that shit. Growing up, I didn't see my mother putting up with that shit. Matter of fact, I saw my mother put my stepfather inside the entertainment center. Okay, how you doing? Okay. And she had to kick him to the curb, honey. She was like, you get your shit together, honey, then we'll talk, honey. Okay. And that was the last I seen of that man. And I was just thinking, well, shit, you should have been got rid of his nothing ass. But honey, that was just how I felt, honey. But yeah, I'm not with the toxic environment. And I am glad that I did have a strong enough mom to where she wasn't like, oh my God, I need a man in my life and I'm going to allow him to hit and beat me in front of my kids. Because there's so many women that, go through that and the kids see it. And then they get into relationships and repeat, that pattern of behavior, either, being the victim or being the perpetrator. So, I knew I didn't want that, for my daughter's environment. So I'm happy that this young lady is just realizing, so many different things, because you guys, all of this is just so important. And Selah, shout out to you, honey. You are helping a lot of young ladies your age. And I know the conversation seems very basic and typical, but these are conversations we really need, to be having, especially in the Black community. That way there is a sense of awareness and we can prevent violence and toxicity, in our relationships. I think that so many Black people feel that, dysfunction is normal. I can tell when I've been around certain people, they feel like their behavior is, well, what is the problem? What did I say? Bitch, what did you say? What did you do? Look at the behavior. You don't feel like, and I've really been around family members like, well, I didn't do nothing that bad. I could have did this. No, bitch, I would never give you the opportunity to do this, that, or the third. I have boundaries with people, and I feel like if they can't respect those boundaries, they can't be in my life, honey, okay? Selah also begins to mention that she doesn't know what it's like to be in a real, healthy relationship. She has no examples in her family. And I was like, wow, your mom is LAURYN Hill. And LAURYN Hill is a very talented, beautiful singer, rapper. LAURYN Hill, she could do everything. Actress, she was in Sister Act 2. I loved her in Sister Act 2. But LAURYN Hill has always come across, in my opinion, as troubled. Seems like a troubled soul, like she went through things. And I think that Selah began mentioning that she would get beat by both her parents, but both of her parents, they were beat, by their parents. So, it's a pattern of behavior that's repeating itself. And, it's really sad. Now, I was looking on the internet, you guys, on LAURYN Hill. I wanted to get a little bit of a backstory. You know what? When I was thinking of LAURYN Hill, y'all know I'm obsessed with zodiac signs. I said, ooh, she's a Gemini. I feel a Gemini. I look up the birthday, May 26, 1975, Gemini. What did I tell you? That girl, that intuition, honey, is on point, honey. Miss Robinson, know what she talking about. And Selah is a Scorpio. I'm going to read up on both of their birthdays. But yeah, I was looking for a little bit more information, honey, on Miss Hill. Now, we know that, LAURYN, got all those Grammy Awards, and, she's very popular. Even though, she's not out like that, like a lot of the artists of today is, people respect LAURYN Hill. She's definitely made her mark in the music industry, but she is like known for being late. Okay, and I actually looked up, her reasoning for her being late. And this is what Miss LAURYN Hill had to say about it. She said, when she was asked why she shows up late to shows, she says, I don't show up late to shows because I don't care. The challenge is aligning my energy with the time, something that isn't easily classified or contained, and trying to make it available for others. LAURYN, we gonna need your ass to arrive on time at them damn shows, okay? I see where you going with it. I'm spiritual my damn self, but I still gotta have my ass at work on time, okay? I got people waiting on me, honey, okay? Shoot, them people came to see you, Miss Hill, in concert, and your ass is waiting for the stars to align. What if they never align? I mean, what you gonna do then, Miss Hill? Okay, so I don't know about all of that, y'all, but she just seems pretty troubled. Now, is it me, right? I don't know. It just seemed like she started having all these damn kids back to back to back. It wasn't no damn space. I think LAURYN Hill got about 6 kids. Okay, I think 2 different men. She has 5, I believe, with the Rohan Marley. So at least, she ain't got all these different baby dads. But still, damn, and she was having them kids young. So I feel like she unconsciously made those kids. I don't feel like it was consciously, oh, I'm trying, maybe the first 1 or 2, but after you get up to goddamn 5 and 6 children, you like unconsciously are just doing things, and then you got the showing up late, and it's all this talk about her being unprofessional in the industry. A lot of people respect her, but they don't want to work with her. They don't know what they're going to get. So, when I see LAURYN Hill, I see, a lot of this may have trickled down to Selah and maybe, some of her siblings. They may feel kind of lost in the world. And, Selah didn't just blame LAURYN. She blamed, her father as well. He played a part too. And I think she had mentioned that her father's father, he wasn't really there for him. And then he ended up dying when he was like 9 years old. So, child, it's a lot. It's a lot. Selah says that she denies her feelings. She try to act like she's good, knowing deep down inside, that she isn't. And, that's very true. That's what a lot of us do, when we try to cover up pain and when we try to cover up shame. And what I want you all to know about shame is shame cannot be spoken. Shame is what you don't want others to know about you. Okay? So when you see people, they trying to cover up stuff all the time, or it's shame. They don't want to speak on it. And the fact that this young lady is being so open and so honest and transparent about how she feels about her life, how she feels lost and hopeless, and, she's looking for answers. And I think she even asked, who is God? And, really, who is God? And what does he really do? Like, very profound and deep questions. I was like, wow, she's amazing at her age, and I don't even think she knows it, Selah also says that she talked to her mom and it felt like she was speaking to an army general. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Sometimes parents, they are not here with us. They are in their own little world. So maybe there's a disconnect. She says her mom overcompensates. And Selah also says she's not going to be a strong black woman. She's not going to continue on with that mantra of, I'm a strong black woman. I'm going to act like everything is good with me. And, and a lot of us black women go through that. We strong. We have to be strong and, do what we have to do for our children. But we fall down too, and we want a soft place to land. We want somebody to care about us and have our back. I see what she's saying, because you get sick of being a strong woman all the time. But that doesn't mean that, we are going to allow men to treat us any kind of way, dog us out, and be begging men to be with us. I am not going to compromise my integrity or my dignity for any man. I don't care how good the dick is, honey. Okay, how you doing? Okay. She just kept bringing up the fact, you guys, that she really needs a father. Her father is still alive, right? He need to be reaching out to this young lady. He definitely does. I remember when I went through, my bout with domestic abuse, that was the first question I asked. And my father, he was alive at the time. I was like, where is my dad at? Where is my dad at with his shotgun saying, hey, I'm not going to allow no man to put his hands on my daughter. Y'all remember the fathers of yesteryear that would get all up in your man's face and say, don't put your hands on my motherfucking daughter or you ain't gonna have a life to return to, okay? We gonna take you out in them woods, okay? I wanted, somebody to protect me, and I remember I didn't feel protected. I felt like you on your own. You are on your own, and it just felt very painful. It felt very lonely. I just felt horrible, and I just imagine if my daughter went through that. But if she ever went through that, honey, we go get her stepdad. Well, she told me he ain't her stepdad. She said, "No, Mom, that's my dad." I said, "Excuse me? Excuse me, Miss Lady, but we'll have your dad talk to the men." Okay? Anybody messing with you. But I wanted that. Like, I wanted that so badly for my dad or a man to say, "Don't put your hands," even my mom, because my mom was like, "No nonsense," and my mother didn't get involved like that. She just kind of told me, where to file my report, this, that, and the third. But, I don't know. I just wanted somebody to take it seriously and be like, I need to talk with him. I think my brother, his crazy ass, he was like, "Where he at? What's the address? What's going on, sis? What's up?" Yeah, he was there. He was there. We was estranged though, so it wasn't a strong enough connection. It wasn't like we always seen each other. My brother could be unreliable, but I did appreciate him being upset and, like, hey, where's dude at? I don't play that shit. He actually knew my child's father. They went to school together. Was so weird. He knew him before me, and he actually admired him. He was like, "Yeah, he used to be a rapper and rapped all over and stuff, and everybody liked him." So, but yeah, I did have that, you guys, but it wasn't enough because he didn't really go say it to him. He was just saying it to me. So I felt very empty. I just felt very like, okay, you by yourself. You got to be the strong woman all the time. And, there's no soft place to land. It's just, you got to handle everything all the time, which is a horrible feeling, for a young black woman to feel that way, to feel by herself or, to feel unprotected. But they said the most unprotected person in the world is the black woman, and I agree. We need more fathers, especially black fathers, to step up, have their daughters' backs, love them unconditionally, and, put their foot down, honey. That's what we need in our community. But yeah, to wrap up on Selah, honey, she says that she needs to face her feelings, and which is an eternal void in her soul. I said, wow, that is very deep. I'm going to read you guys on her birthday. Selah's birthday is November 12th, 1988. She is 3 years younger than me. Okay, so her birthday is the day of sensual charisma. Okay, so it says exceptional or highly talented November 12th people must be extremely careful about misusing ego drives. Their capacity to work miracles in everyday situations wins them adulation, and in some cases places them in a godlike position in their admirers' eyes. Such worship can foster sociopathic tendencies in those born on this day. On the other hand, morally evolved November 12th people of all abilities can use their powers in the service of bringing beauty and enlightenment to those around them. Most November 12th people have an integrity and devotion to their work that imbues their persona with the singular grace. Those November 12th people with public careers may become a highly positive political force. Okay, her strengths are she's magnetic, she's seductive, she's attractive. Her weaknesses are she's heavy, addictive, and troubled. Her meditation, the thirst for knowledge, like that for water, must be slaked. Wow. She's a Scorpio. The advice that they give her: concentrate on strengthening your personal morality. Cultivate the simple values of kindness and consideration towards others. Resolve your inner struggles. Wow. Use self-knowledge to buttress your will. We have tarot. The 12th card of the major arcana is the hangman, who dangles by his foot in a head-down position. Though such a position seems helpless, the hangman is nevertheless spiritually powerful and deeply thoughtful. We've seen that. The positive attributes of this card are recognizing limitations and overcoming them, as well as simply being human. Negative aspects are spiritual myopia and restrictedness. I'm going to read one more part of her birthday. Life, therefore, is not always easy for November 12th people. Tragedy and misfortune can unaccountably plague them between days, weeks, or even years of ecstatic happiness and thrilling experiences. Again, the key to their balancing their lives and getting a grip on their powers is self-knowledge. If they can only appreciate how fully what materializes around them is a product of their own character and own up to moral responsibilities and take their lives in their hands in an ethical fashion, they will be able to cope with negative energies which seem to invariably come their way. If not, they will be largely at the mercy of forces beyond their control. So they're saying that her destiny is in her own hands and she needs to take responsibility, for her actions. And that's very important, even if you come from a troubled background. A lot of people want to blame things on their mom, their dad, their grandmother. Yes, family, if you don't have the right foundation, you can come out fucked up, but you are responsible ultimately. You are responsible for the knowledge that you hold. You are the one that has to, go to church. If that's what works for you, you have to read books, educate yourself. Anything, that interests you, you need to read it. You need to do it. You need to create your own ethical, moral code, just individualize yourself. And I feel like once that young lady does that, you guys, she will be better off. And I believe she can get there. She seems very intelligent for her age. Very, very mature. Okay, I want to take a look really quickly at LAURYN Hill's birthday, which is May 26, 1975. LAURYN Hill has me by 10 years. I'm 35. She's 45. Okay. The day of the stalwart protector. It says those on May 26 have a natural appeal. Although they are fiercely opinionated, those who disagree with them can usually see where they are coming from, and thus a certain amount of respect is engendered. They are very responsible in their statements about the world and seem to uphold traditionally conservative values. Indeed, they often represent the common man's viewpoint. Yet, in living their lives, they may be capable of unusual and even outrageous behavior that contradicts their stated beliefs. And you know what that reminds me of? That song she did, that doo-wop, that thing, where she was talking about all the different women in the video. The one you let hit and never called you again, and getting on women that wear weaves, and how you ain't gonna win when you ain't right within. And, she was saying all of that. And it was a good ass song. Very true song, probably one of her most popular ones. I'm a big LAURYN Hill fan, a big Fugees fan. I love the Fugees. But I always looked at that song, and then I saw a lot of the behavior that came after that song. And didn't she go with both the guys in the group? What was it? Praz, and what's the other one? Wyclef. I think she dated both of them. That's interesting. Their impulsive nature can involve them in violence, either in committing it or being its victim. Ooh, child. Okay, her strength. She's protective, moral, and honorable. LAURYN Hill's weaknesses. Impulsive. Guilt-ridden, escapist. I could see the escapist because we don't be seeing her ass. We really don't. Her meditation. The only thing we know for sure is that we believe. Okay. She's a Gemini. I knew she was a Gemini. I felt it. I don't know what it was. It was strong, you guys, what I felt. I was like, she's a Gemini. She's a Gemini. I didn't see no other signs popping up. I had no idea what her sign was. Looked up her birthday, bam, Gemini. Because I see with Gemini, it's two sides of a coin, right? They have this persona, and then they have this persona on the other side, and Gemini flip-flops. They literally are both like the sides of the coin. There is no one side over the other. They can be fickle in nature, you know, very talented, very beautiful people, but they can kind of, you know, be a little fickle, according to, you know, their maturity and how much they've grown through their life. Okay, so the advice that they're giving Lauryn Hill: let up a little bit on your moral judgments. You will be easier on yourself as well. Happiness is not to be ignored or undervalued. Occasionally, pour oil on the water instead of stirring up the pot. Ooh, child. Learn to be wise and silent when harmlessly provoked. Okay. All right. Let's look at the tarot. The 8th card of the major arcana is the strength or courage, which depicts a graceful queen taming a furious lion. The queen symbolizes the female magician who can master rebellious energies. I get that too. And stands for moral as well as physical strength. This card's positive attributes include charisma and determination to succeed. The negative qualities include complacency, I could see that, and the misuse of power. Wow. I'm going to read a little bit more. No matter how extroverted they seem, May 26 people have a very private and quiet center to their personalities. I could see that. I could see that with Lauryn. They are not only capable of hiding their true feelings, but periodically withdraw from life. I could see that. Perhaps in insulating themselves from the world and its cares. They have a curious way of working out personal problems, which may appear to others as not facing them at all. Ooh, child, I could see and feel all this. Generally, May 26 people arouse either strong like or dislike, appearing in very black and white terms to those who meet them. In fact, they are complex personalities who must be given a great deal of time to truly be understood. I could see all of that, you guys. Wow, look at what else I see, you guys. Responsibility is a fixation for them, strangely enough. They demand it of others, but sometimes fall short of it themselves. What was I telling y'all about her being late and her damn response? Ain't that something? It is the struggle to be responsible, somewhat undermined by their mercurial tendencies, which demands a good part of their energies in life. Those born on this day often feel great remorse and guilt when they fail to live up to their own rigorous standards. I don't know if she feel any remorse, honey. She's still saying the stars need to be aligned, honey, for her to come on time. May 26 people have a somewhat guarded and serious outlook. Friends and family may wish those born on this day could take life a bit more as it comes. Being happy in a permanent sense, it is not really possible for them, since strife and conflict figure so prominently in their outlook. Yet in a larger sense, May 26 people can be very fatalistic. Having tried every avenue of problem solving or making the best of it, they may serenely accept the inevitable, secure in the knowledge they have done what they can. Okay, so that was Lauryn Hill's birthday, you guys. I read on, her energy. I could see all of that. This book is very true to me. I did a reading with my boyfriend. It was so on point with him. It's on point with me. So if you guys ever wanted me to do a reading on your birthday, you could just get down in the comments and leave your birthday, and I could have like a video where I do different birthday readings and read your birthday. Okay? All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that. Y'all get down in those comments. Let me know. How did you feel about what Selah Marley had to say about her upbringing, how she feels lost and hopeless, especially when it comes to men? She yearns to have her father in her life. She feels misunderstood by her parents. She feels like she can't concentrate at work. Do you feel like, a lot of families, deal with a lot of dysfunction, a lot of toxicity, runs in Black households and a lot of households. But, especially I feel in the Black community, a lot of parents are very no nonsense and, they refuse to apologize. They refuse to acknowledge your hurt and pain, or they always will tell you, I did the best I could. I worked. I think a lot of Black parents feel like just because they provide, they are the best fucking parent ever. And it's so much more to it. If that's all you think it is, then honey, you is lost, honey. Okay? You is lost. And honey, we not looking to find you, honey. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Do you feel like Lauryn Hill and her, relationship with herself contributed, to how Selah feels? Do you feel like Lauryn Hill had all those kids unconsciously and, I don't know. It don't seem like they have the best, relationship. So do you kind of feel like Lauryn Hill's mistakes got dropped on Selah and it kind of messed up her life and messed up, her relationship with her dad? But her relationship with her dad, that's on her dad. Her dad has to acknowledge, her existence. He has to reach out to her. She's the kid, in the situation. And a lot of, I heard a man say that I think one of my siblings said that to me. Oh, my daddy only reaches out to those that speak to him. Fuck all of that. I'm the kid. You reach out to me. I'm your child. You need to be chasing me, goddammit. Okay? So that's what I feel about Selah's situation. Her dad needs to hear this as a cry for help. Lauryn Hill needs to realize it's a cry for help. And, help her navigate through this painful, situation that's going on in her life. So, but I don't think Lauryn Hill, you guys, is all the way there. I think she's beautiful and talented, but I just feel like she's kind of lost. So, the blind can't lead the blind, honey, okay? Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know how you feel about all this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out later.